First and foremost, hello, and let me just get down to the point right now because I think we might as well. Lately, I will say this, that everyone looks at me in a different aspect of, thank you, Paco, for that text. Everyone looks at me in the different aspect of, obviously, my hair. And, what blows my mind, and really is the honest to God truth, is regardless of any sort of hairstyle, thank you, Paco, regardless of any sort of hairstyle, I'm still going to be the same person. I am still the same person. Short, tall, long, regular hairstyle, few piercings in, 2 mohawks, 1 mohawk, 3 mohawks, hair with mohawks, coming out of jail, anything. I'm still the same person. I do not change. I have heard I look like Wolverine. I have heard I look like Batman. I have heard that I look like the lead singer of Prodigy, which I respect that. But, and first and foremost, I'm not, hold on, there and there. I'm not judging you on the fact of the matter that you may have a Coach purse, or you may drink a Diet Pepsi, or, you may have a tattoo that says, MOB on it, which is terrible. But, in all honesty, it's to the point where let me be me and worry about yourself. Don't worry about me, and don't look at me to the aspect of just because of my haircut. I'm no different from anyone else. I have to stress this. I'm sorry. I'm no different from any of you. Granted, my hairstyle looks a little bit different, but that's okay. Hawks up, baby. And that'll soon be coming. But, on a positive manner is you just got to understand that you got to be wild, you got to be free, and you got to be you. And I'm wild, and I'm free, and I am me, no matter what. I guess I keep these mohawks for a reason. And I started out a long time ago, and my mother couldn't figure out why I never had mohawks until over at Brian Zabito's mother's house back in the garage. When I had 1 mohawk and they cut my hair and I had 1, and then after that I said, well, you can pardon my French here, piss on 1, I'll take 2, and so I went into 2 mohawks because you don't see somebody with 2 mohawks, obviously, but that's okay. And it's cool. I mean, it's alright to have 2 mohawks. It really is. I'm not going to lie to you. It really is alright to have 2 mohawks. Granted, if there was a girl who had a mohawk, I'd probably find her quite attractive. I'm not going to lie, because she has a mohawk. And, but there are points of why she wouldn't be attractive too. But that's just besides the point. I am a little frustrated with a lot of things that are going on. And, but, hey, I'm here, aren't I? I know that it's not jail. I do have 2 new tattoos. Thank you, Al. Thank you. And Brandon. Thank you. So, thank you for that. But I'm going to speak the truth here, and I'm more than likely gonna get to that point. But the day that I had my wonderful first dog, Widget, the best dog in the world, couldn't ask for a better dog, just like a bear, just like a bear, just meant so much. And I did have two Mohawks at the time when I had to put down my dog. And I wore them proud with my Fire Marshal Bill t-shirt. And but I didn't react when that all went down. Shut my mouth, I walked out the door, and that was that. I held him in my arms. I walked him 500 yards, and I laid him down to rest. I threw a boot in his hole because he really loved to carry a boot. Regardless of that, a dog never has a bad day. And a dog is never sad. He is always glad to see you, and he will always come to the door and greet you. He will. And with my two Mohawks, he always greeted me. He knew who I was. Even when I had long hair. Even when I had short hair. Even when my head was the number one. Or two. Or just a single Mohawk. He knew who I was. And that's all that matters. But you know, I'm going to tell you this, guys. The more that you look at everyone, and the more that you point fingers, and the more that you judge people for the way that they look at and the way that they feel, is you breaking them down, is because you are so uncomfortable with yourself and you're not at the same level as that person. That person may not have to speak at all or say a word whatsoever because you are so concentrated on the way that person looks. So every thought that is going through your head at that point in time, you are thinking either negative or positive. But the person who has that haircut is probably thinking pretty positive and is proud of everything that he's done and looks the way that he does, and he's not judging anyone in that entire room or anywhere because he knows that he is himself or herself. So trust me when I say this, and I stress this as well. If you don't want to be judged, don't judge anyone. If you don't want to point a finger at anyone, don't point a finger at anyone. If you don't like yourself because of the fact of your tattoos, or the fact of you may weigh a little bit, which means nothing less than anything else in this entire world, or if you're too skinny, or if you think that no one's going to be with you because you have kids, or no one wants to, you have a bad relationship with your parents, or you have no family, or you think that you're just a straight piece of shit. You're not. You're you. That's what makes you you. There's a lot of positive feedback in you. You have a lot of good things about you. And you got to be honest with yourself. You got to be honest who you are. I have, what, four? Four close friends? That sounds right. Right. Yeah, four close friends. Paco, my Ghostbuster. Zap him, trap him. Kyle Schultz, my honest individual, and he is brutally honest. And Schultz, you're my favorite Bick. Kaser, I love you because you're a father and you're a good father. And you're always a good guy to talk to. You're funny. And last but not least, my friend that I've known for 23, 24 years, Unique Smith. Probably one of, and I will say that, I will say his full name. Unique, you are a very talented person. And you have a heck of a heart. You do. You mean well. You are a very gifted person. And I want you to use your ability of sports and writing, which you are able to do because of the fact that you love to do it. And I respect you a whole lot for that. And you've always been there for me as a friend no matter what. I know you have. I know you better than probably anyone else. And Unique, I thank you. I really thank you. But I want you to, I know that in you, you have a really talented strength. And no one can take that away from you. And I believe that you are able to focus and keep going positive through that. So I want you to do that for me, please. And for yourself. And if you need any help, by all means, I'm here for you. You know that by any step of the way. And last but not least at all, my best friend is my father. I love him to death. So, Dad, I want to be just like you.